because, you know, it is just wonderful to be back in Oregon, and over the last 15 months we've traveled to every corner of the United States. I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go. Alaska and Hawaii I was not allowed to go to, even though I really wanted to visit, but my staff would not justify it.
CBS Scott Pelley asked Secretary Clinton, said whether she has ever lied to anyone, and her response was, well, you know, you're asking me to say, have I ever? I don't believe I ever have, ever will. I'm going to do the best I can level with the American people. So the same question to you. Have you ever lied to the American people?
I don't lie. I mean, I don't lie.
But one thing I can promise you this, I will always tell you the truth.
This is 100% certain, okay? I'm telling this to Giacomo.
Right.
I might lie to you like Hillary does all the time, but I'll never lie to Giacomo, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Giacomo, you hold me to it. We're going to build the wall, but who is going to pay for the wall?
Now, not to mention her in the same breath, but Hillary Clinton and her campaign of 2008 started the birther controversy. I finished it. You know what I mean. President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period. Now we all want to get back to making America strong and great again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, you guys need to hear this.
And then, of course, there are those who question and continue to question for the past 8 years whether my husband was even born in this country. And let me say, hurtful, deceitful questions deliberately designed to undermine his presidency, questions that cannot be blamed on others or swept under the rug by an insincere sentence uttered at a press conference. And
all right. So did you guys hear what Chewbacca says? She's calling those questions hurtful and deceitful. Well, let me ask you guys a question. Who himself claimed to be born in Kenya during his Harvard days? Who was murdered for coming out with that information? Obama himself claimed he was born in Kenya. That's why Breitbart was murdered. And oh, by the way, the coroner who was examining Breitbart's body, he dies. He's murdered as well. Let me ask you guys a question. Is it hurtful and deceitful to ask questions? This Chewbacca lady is always the victim. She walks around constantly complaining about her victim status. It's hurtful and deceitful. You want to talk about hurtful and deceitful? I tell you what, why don't you go talk to a man by the name of Terry Lakin. He lost his freedom, and he went to Fort Leavenworth prison for 6 months, got kicked out of the military, lost all of his benefits. His entire life was affected in an incredibly negative way. Plus, he spent 6 months in prison away from his family because your husband would not release his long-form birth certificate when Terry Lakin asked him to. And even if he had released the forged one, it might have prevented Terry Lakin from going to prison, but he didn't even release the forged one. He didn't release the forged one until he absolutely had to, because the pressure was mounting up so much with this book that was coming out by Jerome Corsi, and Donald Trump claims credit for it. But you know what Donald Trump is, in my opinion? Donald Trump is a coward, traitorous, compromising sellout. Because Donald Trump got fame, Donald Trump got popular by becoming the leader of the birther movement, but when he gets close to the presidency and has to go mainstream, instead of holding true to his values, he throws the birthers under the bus. Now he's going to open himself up to all of these attacks by Chewbacca and Hillary and everyone else. And then what does he do? He lies to us and he says, Obama was born in America, period. That's a lie. What evidence did he offer? A forged birth certificate that uses words that weren't even used back in 1961? Let me tell you something. That birth certificate has been proven a forgery up one side and down the other, not only by Sheriff Arpaio, but by others as well. And Alex Jones is compromised, Donald Trump is compromised, and now they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for compromising and lying to the American people and not holding to the truth. Not only that, but you guys, one of the reasons you say Donald Trump had to lie is because there would have been a civil war. Because there's been an illegal foreign coup in this country, and Chewbacca's husband has appointed attorney generals. He's appointed the Alaska Attorney General. He appointed the CIA director. He appointed people as judges. He appointed people within the FBI, Homeland Security, and all of those people are traitors. None of them were appointed by a man who had the authority to appoint them. So that means we have an illegal foreign coup, and they've imprisoned innocent men like Schaeffer Cox and others. And you know what? That means that we have an illegal foreign coup running this country, and if Donald Trump had said that Obama's not legitimate, it means that everybody he's appointed is not legitimate, which means we have an entire infestation of poison running our government institutions, which means that we're run by an illegal foreign coup, which means that we'll probably have to have a civil war. And Donald Trump lied to the American people, some say because he wants to avoid a civil war. But you know what? You cannot beat Satan by acting like Satan. And if you tell the truth and it results in a clash of good versus evil, then so be it. Let the truth be known, though the heavens may fall. And old Chewbacca here is acting all hurt and, she's saying it was hurtful and deceitful. It's not hurtful and deceitful. Your own freaking husband. Your own husband said he was born in Kenya.